Well, it's that bat time. It's that bat channel. I guess it must be Monday night, which means Nerd Sports.
Yay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 247. We definitely have some news to go over, both baseball and football, obviously. And yes, we will address the CJ Stroud-sized fucking elephant in the room later. Unlike Coach Ryans, who said, "Well, we're not going to start pointing fingers and start the blame game here in Houston." No, we started that one for you already, like before halftime there, Coach.
We gotta wait for Lewis to get here first.
Right. Yeah. All right. So currently it's 10-0 Indiana with 6:13 left in the second quarter. Miami's doing Miami things. They've already taken a couple of shots to the head of Fernando Mendoza, but in true boss fashion, he's picking it up and putting it down, and he's like, "Fuck you guys. I'm going to take my ball and we're just going to drive down the field." I mean, honestly, I want to see Michael Irving get involuntarily committed to rehab, just because all the coke he's been doing for the last couple of weeks. But
when in Miami,
well, considering that's where he went to college. Okay, well, baseball news. Oh no, wait, before that, I'm sorry.
You do this every time.
No, I don't. Don't play it like I do this every time, you fuck knuckle. I do not. No, you don't get to play that game. No, you don't get to. You don't get to victimize yourself. No, sir. No. You are not John Benet Ramsey, who miraculously somehow showed up in the Epstein Island photos. No, you don't get to do that, David. No, I stopped and corrected myself. So, yeah, shit on a stick, sir. But without further ado, we're going to turn things over to our esteemed producer, the self-admitted victim, David Dickerman, for this week's Weird Sport. David.
This is a kind of an interesting one. This is a new challenge that's coming up.
These are female giants. And they are the world's strongest dwarves. And they'll be competing in strength competitions, all to find out who is stronger.
You're going down.
Yeah. No, you're going down. Go. Easy. 585 pounds on the bar.
Yep. Am I clear? Yep. Good job, Zoe. Two. Come on, big dog. One, go. Come on. You freak. Oh! No way.
All about center of gravity.
Plus, you think about it,
Pause this.
like that's kind of
scientifically speaking.
Look at that. They only have to move the bar like 3 inches.
Yeah, well, it's not even so much that. No. Hold on. There is I have a scientific theory about this. Okay, so you know how ants can basically bench press a bulldozer by comparison?
Okay.
And according to their body weight?
100 or 1,000 times their body weight.
Right.
Like that.
I'm just saying. I'm not calling them insects.
It kind of sounds
but
like
if you're talking about scale, yeah. I mean, and plus on top of that, I mean, if their hormones are working the way they're supposed to and they're producing the same levels as testosterone as us normies. Yes, I said normies. There's no way that those guys would pass any kind of PED test. I mean, honestly, as it is. I mean, they're working on a what? They're working on a what is a 1 to 25 scale, advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's why they're winning. Anyways, baseball news. Okay, so Ryan Presley, or Priestley, the one-time closer for the Houston Astros, he's retiring. He's going to sign probably more than likely a one-day contract so he can retire an Astro if that's what he chooses to do. He most notably won a World Series with the Astros back in 2022. Let me see here. And the Dodgers doing Dodger things signed Kyle Tucker over the weekend. And immediately people are talking about how this is going to break baseball, how there's a lockout coming. Do I think that it's going to cause a work stoppage? It's possible. But you know how we've been for months on this show talking about how baseball needs a salary cap and a salary floor?
Yeah.
The voices for exactly those things have gotten so much louder over the weekend because a majority of Kyle Tucker's contract with the Dodgers is deferred payments. So it's on the back end of the contract. So, I mean, basically what's happening is that the Dodgers may very, very well may end up going bankrupt trying to pay these back-end contracts. Because if you look at Shohei Ohtani's contract, right, he's one of the lowest paid players across baseball when you break it down to per at-bat because of the deferments in his contract.
That's where I think you're wrong, sir. They already pretty much paid it off just with the sales worldwide.
No, sir. No. If you look at the way that his contract is constructed,
David,
I'm telling you.
They already sold it. You can look this up right now.
Okay.
Google it. They already sold most of the like anything Shohei Ohtani. They're making bank on t-shirts.
They're not making $720 fucking million worth of bank off of merchandise alone, sir.
This year.
That is not the way that this works. That's not the way any of this works.
Yes,
that contract, while it may be the biggest in Major League Baseball history, while it may be the biggest in professional sports history, is back end loaded. The Dodgers are on the hook. It doesn't matter how much they're making now. They're not sticking that shit in the bank. No. They're putting that towards day-to-day operations. Shohei Ohtani, yes, he gets a cut of that merchandising, but that is a player union deal. That's got nothing to do with his contract. The money he makes from his merchandising, with it from jersey sales, T-shirts with his likeness on it, has got nothing to do with his contract with the team at all.
Yep.
Like, so, for example, if the three of us were professional baseball players and we were making league minimum, we would get a bonus check, from Fanatics and MLB if our jerseys sold. Right? So if we were to all make the All-Star team and people bought our All-Star jerseys and then in turn started buying our regular jerseys both home and away during the regular season, we would get a cut of those merchandising sales. That is separate from our player contracts.
Not even a large cut.
No, it's not. It's peanuts. Yeah. Honestly. And if a particular player negotiated for a higher percentage of their merchandising sales, that's separate from your base contract. It's almost like you got your base pay in the military, and any of your pay bonus, any of your extra pay like jump pay, hazard pay, separation pay, BAH, crap like that. That's separate from your base pay. So merchandising's got nothing to do with the player contracts at all. So whatever whatever sales or revenue that's being generated by Shohei Ohtani gear or merchandise by the Los Angeles Dodgers is not going towards his contract. They're not sticking it in some kind of like safety deposit box to say, hey, this is what we're going to use to pay his contract on the back end. Well, what is it? 8 years from now? No, that's not. They're not going to do that. They're gonna kick the can down the road. That's all those deferments did was is allowed them to go, hey, we signed this guy for X amount of dollars. We're not going to be on the hook until much later, right? So it's almost like the Bobby Bonilla contract with the Mets. In fact, it's exactly like that. Bobby Bonilla had most of his big contract with the New York Mets was deferred payments. And when he retired, the Mets were still on the hook for those deferred payments.
When does he get? When's his last check?
I think it's this year, if I'm not mistaken. It's this year or next year. I can't remember. But
I mean, when you're talking from a player standpoint, yeah, it's great for them because then when he's
great
least,
for them.
When he's least productive, that's when he's been getting all his money. But
yeah,
it will screw the team over in the long run.
It'll screw the team, and ultimately, it will screw the fans because when the we'll take a term from the series landman when the banks come calling on the note, the fans are ultimately going to be on the hook for paying that because guess what's going to happen to ticket prices?
Skyrocket.
They're going to go
not just ticket prices.
Ticket prices,
everything connected to that team is going to
concessions, merchandise. Well, merchandising, I think, as far as jerseys are going to be concerned, those are regulated by Major League Baseball themselves.
No.
But like T-shirts that have the player's likeness,
parking at the stadium.
Yeah, I mean, and don't think Magic Johnson and the rest of his ownership group's not going to look for ways to cut corners every possible way.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be ridiculous.
Bobby Bonilla's last paycheck will be in 2035.
Okay, 35. That's right.
Shit.
But I'm just like, oh, damn. So. Let me get the actual numbers here. Hold on just a second. Okay, it is a 4-year, $240 million contract, making him one of the highest paid players. Includes a large signing bonus of $64 million and significant deferrals amounting to $30 million and opt-outs after the second and third years, allowing him to re-enter free agency early if desired. Okay, so I think deferrals need to become a thing of the past. I really do. And it may be sour grapes. Be that as it may. Call it what you want. Okay? I think for the integrity of the game and for the ability, current and future ability for regular fans to be able to attend games, and it doesn't matter what size market that you're living in, deferments need to go out the window and salary floors and salary caps need to become a thing because it's already proven that it works in the NFL. Okay. You don't see these super teams. You just see really constructive ways of contracts being structured. And you don't see NFL contracts getting loaded on the back end with deferments at all. If anything, contracts in the NFL are loaded with performance bonuses, milestone bonuses. You get a certain amount of yards this year, okay, $500,000 bonus. You get a certain number of touchdowns this year. Okay. There's $500,000. If you make the playoffs, well, there's a bonus. If you make the Super Bowl, there's another bonus. If you get named All Pro, that's a big bonus, right? Because getting named All Pro, that's a lot harder to do than getting named to the Pro Bowl. And there is a difference. So, I good on Kyle Tucker for getting out, going out and getting that bag. Just the same way with Alex Bregman. Doing that bullshit move with Chicago, going up there and signing with the Cubs. You know, we talked about this last week, I think, where, you know, he talks about wanting a forever baseball home so his kid has a place to grow up. Well, you know, you had one in Boston for at least 3 years. And if you did your job and did what was expected of you, which was to bring championships to that team and to that city, then they would have had no problem signing you to an extra couple of years. Absolutely no problem. And you probably would have made more. Instead, he opts out after 1 year, gets a 5-year deal in Chicago, and then, oh, well, my kid's now got a forever home. Well, you know, that's all well and good until you get hurt or the team trades you. And, oh, wait, that's not going to happen either, because he said that the one big thing he didn't want or that he wanted was a no-trade clause, and the Cubs were the only one to give it to him. Well, guess what, Alex? They may not be able to trade you, but they can designate you for assignment if you show up for fucking work and miss half the season like you did last year. Just kind of saying, you know. But if a lockout does occur and we get a delayed start to the regular season, hey, you know what? It hurts the game, but I'm all for it if it pulls these players' heads out of their collective asses and makes them understand that, yeah, while it is good for you to go out and get what you think you're worth, understand that you're going to take out of the mouths of other players, because there needs to be a salary cap in baseball.
Yeah, I was gonna say the when you say that the you know getting what they feel they're worth, that amount has become so massively overinflated, and it's all tied to ego, and a lot of it is you know these agents, because they get a cut of that. Yeah, they get those larger percentages. I mean,
I'm not going to name any names. His initials are Scott Boras.
Right. Do you think that there should be a cap on that percentage, so that would help curtail some of those?
It's normally anywhere from 10 to 15%, right? It's a 10 to 15% cut. That's just general. But
that's 10 to 15% of these mega contracts.
I know. But if we limit the amount that these mega contracts can provide by limiting these mega contracts, I say it's better. It's better for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, there's a forum on Facebook that I'm a part of, is Baseball Talk, right? And somebody the other day was asking, what do they feel is you know, hurting baseball the most? You know, you would get your obligatory, you know, the challenges or the oversized bags or the pitch clock, you know, that kind of thing. I just said Scott Boras. And dude, the amount of responses to the affirmative that I got on that one comment, that 2-word comment. I mean, people were like, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Right. You know, and I'm just like, Scott Boras, he fills his clients' heads with these delusions of grandeur. It's like, yeah, you're worth $300 million. No, the fuck you're not. You are a 30-something-year-old ball player who's on the backside of your potential. What is it? Potential progression.
I'll even give him the benefit of the doubt and say, yeah, your name may be worth $300 million, but your talent sure isn't. Not now at this stage in your career.
Yeah,
but it's not.
Well, he's a presence in the locker room. Well, that's good, but he needs to be showing up and suiting up with the team, regardless of as to whether or not he's playing. Oh, you're on the IR. Oh, okay, that's cool. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, you're rehabbing. Well, you can't go home to fucking rehab. No, you need to stay your ass with the team. Oh, that's an inconvenience to your family. I'm sorry. If you were to have been healthy and traveling with the team for, you know, all 162 games. Hey, Louis / Starbucks. What's the fuck going on, bro?
There he is.
You know, I secretly think that's Trey. I really do.
That's some shit that he would do. We'll just start talking shit about the Saints and see what happens.
You really don't have to do that. They can do that for themselves.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah, I mean,
bring up LSU and we'll see. We'll sniff them out real quick.
Oh, yeah.
LSU hasn't been relevant since Joe Burrow left. I know. I'm just saying. Oh, they think Lane Kiffin is going to be the savior. No, No, he's not. He's going to be there, and then he's going to ditch out on y'all the same way Nick Saban did. Oh, did I touch a nerve?
Ooh. I hope Trey is
Just
listening
saying.
now.
LSU is the NCAA's equivalent of the fat girl at prom. You get stood up even though you get asked by the quarterback, only to realize 10 years later at the reunion that it was all a prank.
Damn.
Yeah. Damn.
Are you?
Woke
are you
up and I
talking
chose
about the
violence
ball
this
game?
morning. What?
What are
Oh, it's
we watching?
halftime.
Okay. Yeah, it's halftime.
There's nothing to watch. It's halftime. I give a fuck about the halftime show. Kidding me?
It's not even the game. It's halftime. We're talking
About
halftime.
halftime.
here. Halftime.
Halftime?
Not the
Talking
game.
about halftime.
Not the game you go out there and kill yourself. for.
Oh,
No,
look at this.
talking about halftime.
2019 LSU. Okay. Sure.
All right, Trey. We know it's
Yeah.
you, Trey.
Jeez. Bo Bichette, he signed a contract with the New York Mets. So he is he's leaving America's Toucat to come back home and play on friendly soil. Man, telling you. There's been a lot of people in on by the way, he has some new
renouncing-
information for us. Oh, yes.
He's renouncing the Rodgers ban trade. I'm calling it right now.
No. Rodgers is the number one quarterback of all time. That's what he's going to say. That's the new
went up-
information.
What is this? A top 40 countdown? It changes week to week.
It's like, I mean, it's too bad that we don't have Casey Kasem with us.
Yeah, it
anymore
was
with us anymore.
theirs. That's the name I was trying to think of.
Instead, we got Ryan fucking Seacrest talking about
Yeah,
shit. He's like, come on,
God.
dude. But even then, so Ryan Seacrest, he has to look at the top 40 and go, the fuck is this shit? I can't even pronounce half of these artists' names. What the hell?
He can't even pronounce their fucking titles.
I mean, as it is, he has a hard enough time keeping up with what is it, American Idol and fucking Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Oh, look at that, our viewer drop count. Our viewer count dropped. No, see,
You
there,
fucking
see
called it.
here's the
You called it.
yeah. Here's the thing about CJ Stroud. Here's the thing about
Oh
CJ
my
Stroud.
God.
He came from possibly one of the more overrated programs in all of college football, the Ohio State University. Yes, he won Offensive Rookie of the Year 2 fucking years ago. Okay. Now, if Scott Boras was CJ Stroud's agent, he would ask for, I don't know, $200 million just based off of that. Hey, you're not going to get any arguments out of us.
That was a horrible.
See, had
missed the very part of the
had
show.
you tuned in when the show started, Trey, you would know that we said we're going to address the CJ Stroud-sized elephant in the room.
Yep.
And unlike D'Amico Ryans, I am more than willing to start pointing fingers at CJ Stroud. I was ready to start doing that before halftime. So, yeah. I mean, he's just lucky that the defense was able to corral one of the top 30 quarterbacks of all time in the form of Aaron Rodgers last week when they played the Steelers.
He couldn't even catch up his freaking ball from the center.
Well, to be fair on that one, the center snapped the ball before he was supposed to. You're right. Aaron Rodgers is not a top 40 quarterback.
Hey, we finally heard it. It's good that he's able to admit that.
Admitting it's the first step. He's only got 11 more to go.
The healing can now start. So you said
no,
400?
I
Is
did
that
not
what we're
add a
saying?
zero. I because I said the Texans defense was able to corral one of the top 30 quarterbacks in all of NFL history. Yeah. Just kind of
Anything, he was missing a zero.
Yeah. Well, it was missing a zero. So, out of the 100 and what is it? the 108 years that the league's been in existence, yeah, well, we'll say top 300, and that includes the practice squad guys.
Yep.
Oh man, shit. So we have established that I don't want to say that the 10-game winning streak was an absolute fraud, because there was something to it, because they did beat some really good contending teams. I stated this a couple of weeks ago, that if the offense had a slow start, they weren't going to, kept having slow starts, they would not make it through the playoffs. I said that. You can go back and watch the film.
Mhm.
So, do I blame the defense? Absolutely not. The defense showed up, showed out, and they played ball. Props to the defense in Houston.
Yeah, because on defense.
But the offense, man, I'm telling you, you could blame the absence of Nico Collins, but you really can't, because if you watch the way that CJ Stroud was making his decisions when he was under pressure, throwing the ball up, throwing the ball across the middle when there's nothing but blue fucking jerseys there. Nah, son, you can't play that way. And then when you did have a clear throwing lane and you threw behind your receivers, yeah. Oh, and Bo Nix breaking his ankle. Yeah. What's funny is that the guy, Steedman, I think this is his name. I can't remember. He's that irrelevant. He's not as irrelevant as Aaron Rodgers, but nonetheless, at least he's still playing football this year. He was initially drafted by the Patriots.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So yeah.
Actually,
I like the Patriots' chances against the Broncos going to the Super Bowl. And as far as the NFC is concerned, we've got LA at Seattle. That's going to be a good game. Yeah, David runs the chat. That's because I'm the one talking. He's the producer. That's his job.
I'm just here to look pretty.
And there's Chris fucking killing it. He really is. The Bills fired Sean McDermott today. That nobody saw that one coming.
No, nobody.
I mean,
he's been doing it for 9 years.
Yeah, and he has rebuilt the culture in Buffalo. He really has. He's responsible for a lot of the draft picks that are still playing on that team, to include Josh Allen. I know that Josh Allen wasn't well received by the Bills Mafia whenever he was drafted out of Wyoming, but he's definitely won a lot of hearts. And now, to be fair, yes. Did he seal the game for them with an interception? Absolutely. But they would not have also been in that position had it not been for Josh Allen.
Yeah.
So I will still ride that Josh Allen train into next year. Buffalo, still my JV team. Absolutely. 100%.
Well,
the Texans, on the other hand, look, I'm still a Texans fan. Okay. Still a Texans fan. Now, going into the offseason, there's going to be a lot of question marks that need to be taken care of concerning the offense. The defense, don't touch the defense. Get everybody healthy and just make sure your guys are lifting in the offseason, make them stronger, make sure they're running drills, make sure they're faster. I mean, it's the whole $6 million man, routine. Keep the defense on the same path that you've got them on. They're fucking great, right? But as it relates to the offense, I think CJ Stroud needs to go back to school. He really does. Caleb Williams.
That long drive was off of the last part.
Well,
That-
okay. So minus the interception. Caleb Williams has proven himself to be a good NFL style quarterback. Okay. I'm not taking anything away from him. Ben Johnson came there from Detroit, brought Detroit's offensive schemes there with him. I mean, he was the offensive coordinator. Makes sense. Cracks, right? I think Caleb Williams has finally got the personnel, the coaching staff around him that is going to enable him to, to learn at a steeper learning curve, and he's going to be able to, flourish there. He's going to be a force to reckon with in Chicago under center for at least the next, I'm going to say 5 years. Yeah, and as far as Williams being top 10 in the league currently, I'd say that's pretty fair. He might be bottom half of that 10, but he's still definitely top 10. I mean, Bo Nix, he's going to be in that same category, bottom half of the top 10. I mean, he's good, absolutely. Now we're talking active quarterbacks, so before you start jumping on, Aaron Rodgers' response, just slow your roll, pump the brakes, Thanos. We'll be there in a minute. You look at Matthew Stafford, he's probably top 3, if not top 2, in the league right now. Brock Purdy, when he's healthy, and he's probably top 5, maybe number 5. Drake May is impressing the hell out of me. See, look at what did I say? Mahomes, look. Mahomes exposed himself. When he does not have the weaponry, he resorts back to his Texas Tech style of play, which is at the very least a liability.
When you say personnel, are you talking about those guys in the black and white jerseys?
Yeah.
Well, that and the guys that are actually on the payroll, the acknowledged contracts of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Publicly acknowledged. I
Yeah.
like that. That's funny.
I mean,
you've got Travis Swift, which, I mean, Kelsey, he can't decide as whether or not he wants to retire or not. He said he's retiring, and then the couple announced that their wedding plans are delayed while they figure out Travis's football future. And I'm like, okay, does that mean he's going to show up next year in a Philadelphia Eagles uniform? I mean, what's going on there? You want to talk about some deep cuts right there, boy.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
He's like, I'm just playing for this team because my brother. That way Mama Kelsey can wear one color jersey.
Yeah.
But
Here,
honestly, regardless as to who, because I think New England's going to handle their business in Denver next weekend, and they're going to go to the Super Bowl. I think right now they're probably, Vegas won't tell you this, but I think that they're kind of like the in the shadows favorite to win the Super Bowl this year. Right now.
I don't know. about that.
And like I said, Vegas isn't going to publicly acknowledge it. So, before you start hemming and hawing and fucking naysaying, don't be a hand wringer, dickhead.
I think the Seahawks.
What did I just say?
Oh, fuck.
What did I just say?
I'm going over like 3 different things. Sorry.
Yeah, like I said, Vegas will not acknowledge it, but I think that the Patriots, the way that they're rolling right now,
Mhm.
man. So
Heard Patriots. That's about it. Sorry.
see,
So
that's why you're single, alone, and miserable all the time.
Here's another thing, though. Here's another thing with And the only reason why I bring this up is because the refs thing, because a lot of people are going after the refs on the Bills Broncos game with that one where
it happened in both conferences over the weekend.
yes.
Yeah. I mean,
The first one because I
first
watched
one was in the Buffalo game.
was it Buffalo?
Yeah, it was Buffalo. Brandon Cooks went up for the catch, had the catch, comes down, and then after the players separate on the ground, shut up, dickhead. You know what? I'm just gonna take fucking watch off so that way.
Yeah.
Anyways, let me see here. Right now, the Patriots are 4.5-point favored over the Broncos. The Seattle Seahawks are only 1.5 over the Rams. So here's the thing about the Rams. Sean McVay, he's got some kind of, I'm not saying voodoo because, you know, that only happens in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some like, he's got some kind of like, I don't know, Buddhist, mojo or something. I don't know, but he's got that team buying in 100% on how he's approaching these playoffs. Puka Nacua is completely healthy. Matthew Stafford's completely healthy. The defense, while they're not playing lights out, they're playing well enough. And I don't know. I mean, I think both games are going to be excellent games. Don't get me wrong. I think with Stedman being, rusty to say the very least. I mean, sure, he's getting his snaps in this week. Sure, fine. But he's going to hear footsteps all game long. And you saw what happened. Now, the Houston offensive line is not an example to use, but New England was there was times where they were only bringing 3, maybe 4, down linemen up to the line, and they were still making, they were still getting in the backfield. And these are not edge rushers. They're not speed rushers. These are just regular linemen. And then when they decide to run a safety blitz, or they decide to run run an all-out blitz with the linebackers coming down and filling those holes, it was a nightmare. It resulted in CJ Stroud putting the ball on the ground a lot and then throwing a lot of interceptions because he doesn't know how to throw towards the sideline, apparently. But I think that Steedman's he's gonna have nightmares after this game on Sunday. He really is. The Broncos season's going to come to an end, and you're going to see the Patriots go on to the Super Bowl, where I would like to see them face the Rams. Obviously the Patriots have beaten both of these teams in the Super Bowl, so it's going to be a rematch of some kind. Now, granted, it's not the same teams. Brady's nowhere in the equation at all, but don't think that Brady's not, Brady's number isn't on speed dial with, on Drake May's phone. So I think with the Patriots being where they're at, I wouldn't sleep on them winning their 7th Super Bowl. I really wouldn't. I understand, David, that might be a hot take based on your research, but I'm just telling you, based on the film that I've watched, based on the games that I have watched with that team, Drake May is the real deal. He's going to be in New England for a very long time. And as long as they can keep the offensive line around him healthy and rotate them in and out, keep their legs fresh, even when the pocket collapses, he has shown that he is more than ample to the task. He is a mobile quarterback who does not have to be mobile because he has an arm. I'm not saying he's a five tool player at all, but he's pretty damn close. Pretty damn close. So, I mean,
What about the ref stuff though?
Here's the thing.
Because it happened in 2 different games.
I understand that. I
One
understand
game, it was perfectly fine.
Hey, with all the black helicopters swirling around, okay, talking about Vegas being involved and penalties being assessed so that way people lose money. Look, that's up to the NFL and their front office to. Yeah, I mean, I'll agree with that. If he reaches full potential, yeah, he'll be number 4 all time. And he'll surpass your precious Aaron Rodgers, by the way. Just saying. But jeez, nobody's getting past Brady. I'm sorry. Brady will always be number 1 on that list. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But the way, even if there was no improprieties being committed by those referee crews, the crew that gets to call the Super Bowl is the one that has the fewest overturned call rate, or has the lowest overturned call rate and the lowest bad call percentage over the course of the entire regular season. And then it's basically the best playoff crew that gets to call the Super Bowl. Kind of like with baseball, the crew that calls the World Series, they're basically an all-star crew that is comprised of regular season calls from behind the plate and at every other position in the field. Their accuracy percentages throughout the course of the year, plus whatever they call in the playoffs. That's who gets to call the World Series. And it's the same way with the Super Bowl. The Unk generation. I would almost be, I'm almost tempted just to have Louis on the panel, just so that way we can talk to him in real time. I said almost, David, almost. Football before. You're probably one of those guys that think LeBron James is a better basketball player than Michael Jordan.
Oh God, don't say it. Don't say it.
Look, the 96 Bulls are all on Medicare right now, and they could still beat LeBron in any of his super teams. I'm just putting that out there.
In his prime.
In his prime.
All you gotta do is just nudge him and he'll fall over and start crying.
Yeah.
It's true.
Just turn the heat up in the
start talking shit to him, like,
he'll start getting heat cramps again and have to be carried off the field.
Ronnie's a fucking paper towel.
Yeah.
He folds faster than you do.
Yeah.
So 2 nights a week. Would Wednesday be one of those nights when he's usually on with our collegiate show? I'm just kind of putting that out there.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah.
It's a wonderful thing to have yourself signed in on 2 separate devices. It's so great. Anyway, so let's get into these picks for the weekend. Real fast, I'm taking New England and LA.
I'm taking Patriots and Seahawks.
I guess I'll be the outlier then. I'm gonna go Broncos. I'm going Broncos and Seahawks.
With their backup quarterback?
I said what I said.
Okay. All right. I mean, there's nothing at stake here, so it is what it is. Starbucks.
Admittedly,
is that because he no longer works for another coffee company?
I see what you did there.
Yeah, right.
No, it's funny because all those former Starbucks work for another company now, which is why that company is not mentioned.
Right. They've been blacklisted.
Oh, bro, there was somebody made a comment about it in the Drinking Bros Facebook page, and just to see the amount of people that are just absolutely shitting all over it for the same thing. Every single one of them is the quality has gone down, the level of customer service has gone down, everything about it has gotten shittier in every way possible. I saw maybe 2 or 3 people that were defending it. The entire rest of the page was shitting all over it.
Well, their stock's only like 98 cents now.
Really?
It's gone down again?
Yeah.
I think I'll sell it 25 cents.
Bro, even if I sell now, I'm gonna lose.
Yeah.
I cannot.
I'm just using that to keep my E-Trade open. That's all I'm doing.
Oh God, I can't believe this, man. The fucking company. Oh,
Glad I sold mine last year, so I could.
man, I should have never done that. This is when I still bought into it. I still believed.
I sold mine last year, so we could pay the charity to Trey.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Menzoza. Man, you know.
Come on. You know, I will say though that since we identified that he is definitely trolling us, it's become a lot more palatable to see some of the shit that he writes on here.
It is. It is. Like, I just
Now that we know his game, I love it.
it's like my
Don't-
eyes glaze over.
Louis, don't ever change. We
Yeah.
love you, buddy.
Or Starbucks or fucking Seven Brew, whatever you're calling yourself these
Trey,
days.
whatever your real name is.
Since we got that done with,
The way of ball.
did y'all watch the Rip this weekend?
Do what?
Watch what?
Did you watch the Rip this week on Netflix?
No, I have not. I've seen the previews. It, looked
It's actually really good.
interesting.
What's up,
Yeah.
Kyle?
Hey, Kyle,
Yeah, hey.
we missed you Friday. We have some oil stuff to talk about. Me and Bill were wanting to know some oil stuff on.
And we're not talking about the oil that Aaron Rodgers uses on his back door.
Not unless they make an endorsement deal.
Yeah.
Johnson & Johnson trying to rehab their brand. I mean, they took a real serious hit after the freak offs, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
God, that whole thing. I was talking to somebody when I mentioned it about I was doing a thing on Diddy, and he goes up, was like, "Oh man, that's all fake." I was like, "No, it's not. It's all real." He really is a piece of shit. He's like, "Nah, it was just a woman trying to get like money from Diddy because he." I was like, "Dude, there's hotel video." Really? Yeah. He lives like in a mansion every once in a while, but most of the time he's in a freaking hotel for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Where they've got cameras in the elevators and he realizes it, and then he's like, "Oh shit, I got to get out of here."
Cameras in the freaking hallway.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about the stuff that would happen in Alberta, since Alberta might be becoming the 51 state. Well, they're about to be independent. I think May will be the final thing Well, they have to get like 150,000 votes.
So does that mean that Shorzy next season Shorzy will be filmed under an American flag?
Yeah, basically the Texas of the North, and yes, probably.
It'd be America's Cat, like for real. We'll call it Northern Montana.
I'm just saying, having grown up in Montana, you cross into Alberta, the only way you know you have is because everything's in metric. It's the people all talk exactly the same.
Mhm.
The fucking weather is all the same. Everything is still like it is literally, you can't tell the difference.
Yeah. Oh man. So I think we've reached the nerd portion of the show.
Yeah.
Oh,
Miami scored a touchdown.
yeah. Saw that. Didn't feel like commenting on it. Didn't think it was relevant. All I will say about their running back is that, you know, the sun's got to shine on a dog's ass at least once. So there's that.
It
No,
happens.
Mattress Mac down here in Houston, you know, gallery furniture guy.
No, yeah.
He bet on
Great.
Miami to win tonight.
Hmm.
So if Miami wins, anybody who's had $4,000 worth of furniture that they have purchased, I think within the last 90 days, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's free. Their bill gets paid.
Oh man, that is a saint.
Dude, he is.
Well, dude, he did that with the Astros in
Yeah.
22,
Yeah, he did.
but he doesn't hit nearly as much as you would think. He has lost big a number
Yeah.
of times. But
And he pays up. That's the best part.
Yeah.
He does not weasel out of it.
And dude, when the Astros won, dude, he won like $100 million.
Jesus.
Yeah, because he bet big on them, right? And the sport bets that he like, he flew to Vegas and Louisiana to collect on those. Dude, you talking about
Shit,
some
yeah, I
people-
would have too.
People were sweating, dude. Like, because they couldn't wire that amount. He went and picked it up in cash and flew home with it.
Why couldn't they wire that amount?
I don't know, something about regulations, I think.
Well, the only thing I remember is someone won like 100,000 up at one of the casinos up here, and they had to bring in cash from Louisiana because apparently a couple of the casinos own portions here, and the guy had to wait like a day. They put him up for the night and everything, and they got him the cash.
See,
I'd be okay.
okay,
with
I will say this about the Miami running back. He's supposed to be a senior in high school right now. He graduated a year early
Mhm.
to go to Miami. He's a
Yeah.
freshman.
that. Mm.
He's
The thing I
he's
wanted
not
to-
even 18 yet. He didn't turn 18 for I think another couple of months.
that would be messed up. You see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay.
Mhm.
No, that was another thing I wanted to talk about. Was
Notice how I didn't acknowledge it?
here's the thing, okay? With the NILs happening, do you think because they have more presence to get money from colleges and not be able to go in the NFL? Because going into the NFL is like a pipe dream, but it barely happens. Okay, would it
No,
still to get paid more? Because
I think
that-
ultimately the NIL is going to be the downfall of college sports. I really am. I really do.
I think it's going to be a competition for NFL.
Well,
because those players are going to get paid, and pretty soon a lot of those players are going to get paid from hedge funds.
You want to know what's going to happen? The
Was it you?
tuition in these schools are going to go up so high.
I don't
No.
think so.
Okay, I mean you're entitled to it.
How
but
would it not?
that money's got to come from somewhere, David. And,
Okay.
and saying hedge funds is one thing, but the thing about hedge funds is that they're subject to the market. And if the market
Yep.
takes a shit, where's that funding for these NIL contracts going to come from?
Yeah, but still, you're getting the money for the team and the players.
You're missing the point.
No, I'm not. It's what. Look at what Texas Tech does. Where's most of their money come from? It doesn't come from the college for the football team. It comes from oil. Everybody knows that.
It comes from their boosters. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't
Um,
know, Johnny.
I know, so, you know what's up. But
No, you don't really need college for making 100,000 a year. I know lots of people that make 100,000 a year, and they barely got a GED.
right.
Dude, I know a guy that he has $1 billion. Most of the $1 billion companies, those guys don't have college.
Michael Dell, I think, the founder of Dell Computer Company.
Yeah.
He's just got a diploma. He dropped out of college to start that computer company.
Most of them do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a God, I think it's a big time plumbing company. They do like plumbing or no, it was the water heaters. That's all they do. They do water heaters, and they do that. The whole company's worth like $3 billion, and he never graduated or anything. He just put in water heaters, kept it going, franchised it. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
I'm 8th Amish schoolhouse education. That is funny right there.
So it gets real awkward when you start talking about the teacher banging the student, doesn't it?
Yeah.
When you're homeschooled.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, teacher this year is so hot. Shut up, Dad.
I'm going to tell Mom you said that about his sister.
All right, fellas, I gotta go.
Yeah, I know. I'm ready to land the plane, man.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
All right, go ahead and land the plane.
All right. Well, this was an abbreviated episode, not by much, but still. So we'll be back here next week, same bad time, same bad channel. We'll talk about the championship weekend coming up. We'll probably more than likely break down. Well, may break down tonight's game on Wednesday, but we'll definitely go over the NFL weekend next week. Talk about early predictions for the Super Bowl. Talk about potential matchups. You know what to watch for, things of that nature. We'll see what any kind of baseball news happens. We're just a couple of weeks away from the start of the NASCAR season, with the Daytona 500 coming up. So we're going to start ramping up for that, and then
Pitchers and catchers.
So we'll definitely have some more content for you next week. But without, so yeah, be back here 8:00 next week, same bat time, same bat channel. You become privy, everybody. So next week is episode 248. And without further ado, I'm Johnny Skelton.
I'm David Ackerman.
I am Chris Mountain Man Jacka.
Bitches, you ain't got to go home, but you can't fucking stay here. We're about to turn on the ugly lights, and you'll see that the woman that you've been hitting on all night. Well, secretly, she's a pterodactyl. Peace out, bitches.